the last time, because obviously he didn't mix it with the vote. 1 minute the returning officer said that you were in, and the next minute he found another box and we were out, as it were. So it was mixed emotions. This time, I think we did very well. It was a strong field, additional candidates, but I've managed to, really poll a good number of votes, so very happy.
What was going through your mind last night when that recount was announced?
Well, obviously we were watching the count very carefully, and the returning officer and his team were very meticulous. So we really thought there was not a great deal that could have gone wrong last evening. But obviously you're on edge, and it's a natural thing, especially after a long few weeks of campaigning and then a very long day on the polling stations.
After 2016, were you always going to stand again, or did it take you a little bit of a while to come to that conclusion?
Yes, it did take me a while just to consider it. Obviously, age, as years passed by, but I felt that I'd still had a strong following within Garff, and that I'd still got a lot to offer. So that's what made me reconsider and duly put my nomination papers in and stand for election.
So looking ahead, what are the priorities in Garff? I know you've been very active since the Laxey floods with the issues there. Is that where your priorities lie?
Well, for the whole of Garff, there are still issues to do with flooding. There's still a lot of maintenance work to be done in Laxey. There's still far much more to do also in Mackle area, on Dreamskerry, etc. So I will be monitoring that very, very closely and ensuring that the residents anywhere within Garff that don't suffer as a consequence of surface water flooding. It's very important that.
We know you're one of a number of new members of the House of Keys. It's a very fresh look to this house. What are the priorities for this group of politicians for the next 5 years nationally?
Well, I think that as Alf Cannon mentioned, obviously we've got to knuckle down and try and all of us hit the ground running. I think we need to have camaraderie and working together exceptionally quickly, so that we can tackle the major issues that Alf did mention in his his previous broadcast, because they are the key issues for the island, and obviously the green issues and health and housing, especially for our young people. So I think we're all candidates. When I read other manifestos from other sheedings, they're all very similar views as to what the priorities are.
Do you know how you'll be voting in the Chief Minister election?
Not as yet. I mean, let's see exactly who's there and what the manifestos say, and obviously what they may try to cajole us, as it were, as to who we should vote for.